Could you back off a bit, please? Hey there, and welcome back to another episode of Watch or Not, the series where like the first episode of an anime site based on it if I'm planning on watching the show or not. And today it's How Clumsy Are You, Miss Ueno, our main character and comedic relief. She's accompanied by this white-haired girl who's the strict one of the bunch, and this black-haired boy who of course is the embodiment of all the viewers by acting the most rational out of everybody. I wasn't prepared for this at all. I thought this was going to be a school slice-of-life rom-com, but the entire first half of the episode is dedicated to her trying to get the boy to drink her piss. I mean, she did purify it through a filter and now wants to know if there's any taste to it, so that makes it slightly better, but still, it's just so weird. And sure, this kind of comedy might be funny for a toddler. I might even have chuckled a bit once, thanks to the absurdity of the situation, but that's literally everything they do for the first 5 minutes. There's nothing else. She just continues trying to get him to drink piss. When talking about jokes, there's beating a dead horse, and then there's this. But do you know what the kicker is? That at the end of all this trying, at the end of everything they did, the payoff doesn't exist. He just doesn't drink it and leaves. You can argue that it's anti-comedy, like that's a form of humor or something, but it was too empty even for that. It just seemed like nothingness. I feel empty inside from watching it. And the second half of the episode is spent on Miss Ueno trying to get the boy to look at her crotch. And honestly enough, this had potential from a comedic standpoint. So she's an inventor and she created a device which blocks the view of a person by creating a shield of dark matter, or something along those lines. Either way, she fixed a problem that anime has suffered from the early days of television. Unwanted panty shots. And she's testing the device out on herself by slowly raising her skirt and letting the boy document it. And the twist here, to make it a bit more spicy, is that she's not wearing any panties. Which, like, she's underage. That's so weird. Why are you doing this to me? It does get some interesting and funny character interactions out of the situation, but not anything substantial. And I guess the whole reason why she's doing this and drinking of the pee before that she did is because she wants to get the boy's attention because she's crushing on him, but he really doesn't care or doesn't notice. So I guess at the end of the day, it's still a pretty standard rom-com. And while the joke here is kind of funny, with all the extreme visuals and the portrayal of, well, whatever happening there, they pretty much ruin it by, again, extending it to the length of the entire episode, not really adding anything to it, and just repeating it over and over again. And I'm giving this show, yeah, you know what I'm gonna give. I'm not. At first glance, it seems like a children's show with its simple animation and childish topics, but the humor is so crude and unnecessary at points that it just makes me think, who was this made for? There are clips and pictures of her in this episode in very skimpy outfits because, well, it shows how she tried to get the attention of the boy, but the topics are a bit too sleazy for little children and too immature for adults. Not to mention that the story itself is almost non-existent and not interesting. This feels like the 3-minute anime that you can see between commercial breaks or at the end of some shows because it ended too quickly and they need to like pad out time until the next program in the schedule. It has no purpose, no meaning. It's just filler. Filler for your life. But thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Drop a like if you did. And next Sunday I'll be covering W's. Bye.